What's going on? It's Zach from OnceWasFat.com. Here to talk a little bit today about just about the only supplement company that I will support, and that's Garden of Life. You've probably heard me talk a lot about them on the blog, and so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and tell you why I support them. Um, so, as you know from reading my blog, probably if you do read it. I'm really not huge on supplements. I think that it's a part of the industry where a lot of people honestly are just trying to make money. Um, you read all these fitness magazines, and of course they tell you to take them because every other page there's an ad for supplements. When honestly, most supplements, just in my opinion, are unnecessary and they're garbage. Um, Especially when we're talking about fitness supplements. All these pre-workouts, all this stuff are really just unnecessary, and usually they're just filled with a bunch of fillers and God knows what. I've seen tons of supplements that have like high fructose corn syrup and just all this stuff in them. Tons of words you can't pronounce, and um, anyways, but one company I do very much support is Garden of Life. So, Garden of Life was founded by a guy named Jordan Rubin, who wrote this book, The Maker's Diet. And this book is the foundation of Life Fitness Academy, the gym I work at. Basically, to tell you a little bit about Jordan, when he was in college, he was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and it was when he started going to see doctors, it was like one of the worst cases of Crohn's disease doctors had ever seen. To make a long story short, he couldn't cure it. He went to numerous doctors. He got to a point where he was seeing doctors all over the world. He was going to Germany and seeing a doctor. And no one can help him. If you're not familiar with Crohn's disease, it's like an inflammatory intestinal disease that attacks your bowels and your intestines. And he had it really bad to the point where he was actually in a wheelchair. And I will show you in here, there's like a before and an after picture of him. So this is kind of graphic, I'll go ahead and tell you. So this was a before picture of Jordan. As you can see, that's him at about 111 pounds. And actually, at that point, he was in a wheelchair, and he almost fell down while his mother was taking that picture of him. He was like 111 pounds at that point. So he had basically exhausted everything until he finally met a holistic nutritionist who said, hey, I know you're taking all this medicine and stuff, but you have some major holes in vitamin and mineral deficiencies, and you need to go back to the way that they ate in the Bible. So at this point, he was just like, look, I'll try anything. So he went out and spent time with this doctor in California. And when he was with him a couple of days, he knew that he was gonna live, that he wasn't gonna die, which he was on the verge of doing. And so he ended up moving out to California. Within 4 months of living out there, he had gained a ton of weight and was looking a lot better. And this was what he looked like after 4 months. So that's like his after picture. So what he ended up doing and how he ended up curing his Crohn's disease was he ended up going to a diet that consisted of like raw nutrient-dense foods. So he was eating like raw organic fruits, vegetables, sprouts. He was eating organic grass-fed meats. Raw kefir, raw dairy, raw milk, raw butters, raw cheeses, and it changed his life. It saved his life. So he ended up founding this company, Garden of Life, which is a supplement company. Everything is whole food based. Everything is non-GMO, so there's no genetically modified organisms. Pretty much all their stuff's organic. Most of it's raw, vegan, dairy-free. because Jordan himself is, he believes in raw dairy, and raw dairy is not legal in most places. Um, so, or there's restrictions on it in most states. But yeah, so I am a huge believer in this company for those reasons. Like I said, it's whole food based and organic and just very beneficial. So I have here a couple of different products that I personally use. So my favorite Garden of Life product, period, is the Perfect Food Raw. And basically, this is a greens supplement. I use the chocolate, and it's just raw chocolate cacao in there. Um, the regular flavor is a lot harder to take down in water. It's okay in a smoothie, but the chocolate I can drink the straight up with just water. I'll throw it in smoothies. But basically, this is 34 different vegetable juices, sprouts. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, so it's 34 nutrient dense, raw, organic grown greens, sprouts, and vegetable juices. It'll give you tons of energy, and it's great because at the end of the day, you can't have enough greens. So don't take this and then say, "Oh, cool, I have all my greens. I don't have to eat any vegetables." You can't have enough. But the fact of the matter is that it's really hard all the time to eat everything that's in here. This has, spinach, organic carrot, of course, everything's organic, beet, tomato, Brussels sprouts, bell pepper, organic ginger root, organic asparagus, cauliflower, garlic. The list goes on and on and on. This stuff is awesome. This is by far my favorite. I use this every single day. They also make, like I said, a regular flavor. They just came out with an apple, which I haven't tried yet. I'm really interested in that one. But that's my favorite. They also make a protein powder, which I don't use the protein powder a lot just because I think protein powders are really overrated. They sell really well, of course. Again, the supplement company's an industry. The supplement industry is, trying to make money. And so, but at the end of the day, honestly, like people get enough protein even though they don't think they do. And we have so many other vitamin and mineral deficiencies that why are we supplementing protein? Protein is in almost everything we eat. So, but in saying that, I do keep a little bit of their raw protein around. Again, this is all whole food based. This particular one, if you're a vegan, you can take this. It's gluten free, dairy free, and everything in here is whole food based. So it's just organic. I can tell you what's in here. Organic sprouted brown rice protein. There's quinoa in here. There's chia seeds, flax seed, lentil sprout, bean sprout, buckwheat sprout, sunflower seed sprout. Again, everything's whole food based. So I use the chocolate. So I keep this around if I go on trips or occasionally to put in smoothies, but usually I don't even put it in my smoothies. But it's good to have around. This one has been awesome. This is, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but Wobenzym N, which is their inflammation and joint support. I started taking this when I had my hip inflammation recently, and within 24 hours, my hip inflammation was gone. I had gotten that recommendation from Terry, who owns the gym I work at, Life Fitness Academy, because he used it when he was having some back joint issues and did the same thing. It healed him within like 24 hours. So I made that one a regular that I'm going to keep taking. So I like that one. Also, this one's kind of an experiment. I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep using this one, but I kind of get this one as an experiment. But they're fructose-thin green. This one is a fat burner they make, and it's got like green coffee bean extract, and the main ingredient in here is called fucoxanthin, and it's basically just a natural fat burner. I have found that on days I use this, I do feel more like satisfied after I eat, so it definitely affects my metabolism. But I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to take this one. But if you are looking for like a good fat burner, this is definitely one to use. Again, all whole food based, non-GMO. You can see the non-GMO certified label right there. And October is non-GMO month, if you didn't know that. So, my friend Courtney, actually, who runs treadmillrunaway.com, has raved about this. She's really seen some really good results from it and loves it. And by the way, it's her birthday today, so happy birthday, Courtney, up in Kitchener, Ontario. So yeah, like I said, Garden of Life is awesome. If you are looking for a good supplement company, they're the one I would definitely recommend. They make a ton of great products. They make multivitamins. They make omega-3 pills, vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, everything you can think of they make. And it's all whole food based, and it's awesome. So there's multiple places you can find them. If you're in Nashville, we actually sell it at Life Fitness Academy. You can get it. Whole Foods sells them. Amazon. Actually, if you go to the right side of my page, you'll see a link to a couple of the different products that I use. So you can actually buy them right off my page. It'll link to Amazon. They have really good prices on Amazon. Yeah, so that's it. Just want to talk a little bit about Garden of Life, like I said, the one supplement company that I 100% support. And with Jordan's story, it's kind of hard not to, because raw foods changed his life and saved his life. So again, I would also really recommend reading The Maker's Diet. It's awesome. Yeah. So thanks for dropping by again, OnceWasFat.com, and see you later. Eat better, train harder.